This UFL Picks Week 5 edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Sign up at Underdog Fantasy, promo code SGPN to get up to $1,000 in bonus credits.
This is Jerry Glanville, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride, brother.
One of those guys who will get penetration.
Welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, stacking the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan. Real money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog. I'm ready for the draft to be here, Sean. I know we're here to talk about football that's being played this weekend.
Professional football, if that's what you call it.
Semi-pro, right? Isn't this what we call semi-pro?
Well, I'll tell you, the professional is me. Went 4-0 on the UFL side. The only thing I got wrong was the stupid total I added in the Battlehawks game. All 4 overs came in, but I did hit all 3 of my locks.
Nice work.
Shout out to us. We are now 8-3 on our UFL consensus plays. Joining us to talk all things United football and more from the UFL Gambling Podcast and the College Football Experience, Colby Dant, aka Pick Dundee. What's happening, Colby?
I mean, a party back in DC, party on, Sean, party on, Kramer. But, how about Peyton party and these Brahmas plus 260 on the money line? Me and Crame Dog got that one right.
Oh yeah. Yes. Sean forgot to mention that part.
I didn't get my dog right. You guys both hit a 260 money line dog on the Brahmas, and Colby overall 59%, locks 58%. I'm at 61%, locks 67%, and Kramer 75% on your money line dogs.
You. Pretty good.
Yeah, nice
Pretty
work
solid.
on the dogs. Kramer, Colby mentioned party, and of course we are doing a NFL draft watch party. Watch the NFL draft with us. It's fun. You get to see representatives from all 32 teams, and they react live to the picks. They talk about what's gonna. Hey, we want them to draft. Hey, we should draft Micah Parsons. Instead, you get Kadarius Toney, and what happens? You react live to it. Of course, youtube.com/sportsgambling-podcast kicks off when the draft starts. So 8:00 East. It's going to be fun. Colby, the slide master, will be there, dishing out some slides. And Kramer found this clip of an all-time New York Giants draft pick, remembering what his NFL draft night was like so many years ago.
I guess what's going on here? No, so obviously LT a legend for many reasons. Where's my screen, Sean? Lost it. Hold on. There we go.
Take us back to your draft day. What do you remember from the day that you were drafted?
I don't remember too much. I had 41 Coors Lights, so I can't.
You remember 41?
Yeah, I remember 41.
You remember 41, but you don't remember what happened.
Don't remember what happened. I just know it was an exciting time, but it wasn't like this. It was old school, and I wasn't in New York or anything. I just caught it on TV like everybody else. So,
did you get a phone call? Did you have your family around you? Did you get a phone call? You had your family around you?
I had my drinking buddies with me.
Take us back to your.
I mean,
that was great of her improvising. Wait, you don't remember anything, but you remember 41 Coors Light? How does Coors Light get this man a sponsorship? How are you not in the LT business?
So how many beers is that normal though? 41 Coors Light's like what, 12 normal beers? I like Coors Light.
About Coors Light. You can drink
saying,
a million.
If you're drinking 41 Coors Lights, he's probably got some blow going on.
Well, Ryan, I mean, come on.
He's a man.
That's how he stays up, so he can drink more Coors Light and remember how many he had.
What was the Wade Boggs? How many did he have? Like 38? Did he beat Wade Boggs? You guys know what I'm talking about, right? On a flight. Boggs
Wade Boggs. They did a whole Always Sunny episode about it. Where
Wade Boggs' legendary tale is that he once drank 73 beers on a single
maybe
flight
I was way wrong.
from Boston to Los Angeles. He also reportedly drank 107 beers in a single day, including post-flight celebrations. While some accounts claim different number, Boggs himself has confirmed the 73 on the flight and the 107 total.
73 fucking beers. With those
Insane.
Coors Light, does it specify?
Hold on. There's a whole Reddit post that on the Red Sox subreddit from a guy named Bearfuck. Wade Boggs, a fake drinking record. Yeah, so maybe it sounds like there is a disputed number of beers, but even after doing some level of calculus and physics on how many beers, I guess there are a lot of floaters. They still believe he drank north of 85 beers. So,
I mean, if that's Coors Light, though, how ridiculous is it? Is if it is Coors Light? Because we got to judge that on a little bit of a scale. Now, I love Coors Light, but I'm just saying.
They did point out that 8 to 10.
I doubt they were. This was pre-craft beers. I doubt he was putting down how many IPAs.
All right, so the human, according to the Reddit scientist, the human kidneys can process only 20 liters of water in a 24-hour period, spread out evenly. 107 cans of beers is 10 gallons of beer, which equates to almost 40 liters in roughly 8 to 10 hour stretch. Sounds pretty hard. And then he goes on to say that the human stomach can only hold about 1 gallon of liquid at a time. So he was probably taking a number of pisses.
I think Japan in the chat is saying, how do they serve them? There is no you guys remember that story on the 86 Mets flight?
Oh my God. Yeah. We should try and track down that video. That was back when we had Lenny Dykstra on as a guest.
You know him,
and we asked him about it, and they basically just trashed the entire plane, especially back in the day. I mean, this was when they still allowed you to smoke in planes. It was a looser vibe. They weren't like Wade Boggs is not getting cut off at any bar, especially one in the sky.
I gotta put this New York Post article on the screen. It's too funny.
All right, Kramer's pulling up the New York Post.
Oh, I'm getting blocked, but
when Mets turned a plane into a drugged up orgy of carnage. Yeah,
that's a great documentary.
Yeah, there's a video, or it's a whole documentary. I remember they did like one. There's a video just about that particular plane
that's
ride.
What I'm referring to. Maybe not. Maybe I'm getting loose with my words. Documentary.
Wasn't for hard liquor.
Oh, whoops, hold on.
Yeah, I think it's kind of a long thing, but yeah, definitely go check that out. I mean, and go back, Ryan. I forget. We did a Lenny Dykstra Patreon episode,
yes.
Right? Okay. Yeah. Go back and check that out. And also I tweeted it out. We did a rewatch because we couldn't find that we somehow lost the video and we had Colby doing the rewatch of of me on Dr. Phil. So we did one with CJ. It's free on the Patreon. I tweeted out the link. So a little free preview to the Patreon bonus episode. So it was fun rewatching a second time and catching stuff I missed on the first rewatch. We got to get some clips of just the women in the audience reacting to some of the betting terminology and just like, oh my God, you're betting what? And then the one guy who's like clearly the actor. It was the Colby one
Charles.
was really Charles. The Colby one was really funny too. I'm pissed we didn't we didn't think it was a long story.
You guys are deleting tapes. You guys are deleting tapes over there. It's like the fucking Nixon administration.
Yeah, we'll surface when the SGPN documentary comes out. They'll find the long lost Colby deleted Dr. Phil rewatch. No, it was when we had the SGPN TV app, and then it was saved on there, and then we got rid of that and forgot to pull that video off. The bet detective got to you. The bet detective got to you because essentially what happened is we were doing the UFL pod.
And actually, it was Kramer that he probably doesn't remember this, but he tipped me off. He's like, "Yeah, we've replaced you. We got CJ doing the Dr. Phil story here, right?" And so then when I saw CJ on the UFL pod before we went live, I said, "You son of a bitch! You stealing and you moving into my territory, right?" So I'm assuming then he reported back to you guys saying I said that, huh?
Colby's a little sad, it seems. I mean, it's at one of the, what do they say? Out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
It's,
well, cause CJ was referencing the Back to the Future where Colby's photo is slowly melting away in the Dr. Phil rewatch. But yeah, good times. Check that out. And if you somehow saved the old original Colby, please send that one in because we want to find that one as well. Colby, before we hop into the picks, and I feel a lot of pressure keeping my 4-0 sides streak alive. Any big takeaways from the games last week?
Oh, we have a lot to discuss here. I mean, let's just start off with the fact that who knew Jalen McClendon was on a roster? What is going on in this league? Okay. So the Houston Roughnecks, a week removed from winning a game, said, Curtis Johnson said, Nolan Henderson's our quarterback he's our guy. We found our guy. Well, Nolan Henderson tried to run the ball and got blasted. That was absolutely awesome to see a quarterback get, hit like they should. And then, Jalen McClendon came in, and I think anyone that knows spring football, this is like the Panthers picking up Bryce Perkins in the middle of the year. This guy was on the roster. Wow. So I've actually dug up his stats, and
he looked like I like, not to step in, been watching a lot of tape. It is draft season. He immediately looked like he had an NFL arm. It wasn't very accurate, but holy shit.
I don't understand these leagues. There's got to be politics involved. So I pulled up. Or
he's dumb as shit. He might be dumb as shit. That's always the case with these guys.
Dude, like this stat line. Okay, so he's been a part of three other years of spring football, and you look at his stats. Like he throws for 71% completion percentage, 62% completion percentage. He's got 5 touchdowns and 2 interceptions the past 3 years, right? He's also ran for 185 yards in the short time he's played. Every single time he stepped on the field, he looks good. Why the fuck wasn't he been like, I just assumed he just was like, you know what? I'm not making any money. I'm just going to go, try to work at fucking Costco or something. I don't know, but
complete game changer.
Well, that's what I'm saying. This league's hilarious. It was like when Michigan picked up Bryce Perkins last year mid-season. We're like, wait, he was just available? Like,
I think part of the reason with this McClendon character is anything that's not a like in route or a post was very shaky if it was going to be on target.
What? But he's been on the roster all year. So you're telling me Anthony Brown was starting?
I know. Well, he did start at Oregon for a little bit there. He's conned other coaches before.
1 year, Boston College.
Colby, you think this? And who I saw the Memphis Showboats announce Dresser Wynn, new starting quarterback. Kramer, I think was it preseason football? I know we talked about Dresser Wynn in the NFL. I looked him up. He was on the Rams. It must have been a preseason because we did like 20 minutes on his name. Dresser Wynn is definitely in the not a real name category. But what do you make of the Showboats moving to Dresser Wynn, Colby?
Well, I mean, they also, I think after I can't remember what day we did the podcast, but they had an OC come in and on like a 24-hour notice. So, I mean, I guess now, why not? Right. When you have so, I mean, look, I remember him from the FCS pod, he was UT Martin, the Skyhawks.
I want this pilot. It's a matter of national security.
Hey, he's the UT Martin Skyhawks quarterback. So, look, it can't hurt. That team's fucking terrible. They got head coaches leaving. They got OCs leaving. Why not? And he was recently in the NFL, so he's probably better than most of these quarterbacks. But I just love this. Bryce Perkins looked amazing. They got that. That was the one game I think I got wrong. Right? Bryce Perkins was on fire. And that was the first time he played the whole game. And he was MVP of the week, player of the week. and then they go to good old Mike Nolan. Well, we haven't named a starter yet. We brought Danny Etling back, by the way, and because remember,
Why are they doing that?
This is the dumbest shit ever. And then
is Danny Etling like secretly part owner? Is his dad like funding the league? Like, why is he? It reminds me of Little League or whatever, where one guy gets in because the dad's the coach. What is going on? Why would Danny Etling play at all when you have Bryce Perkins?
No, it's really, that's what I'm saying is the league. We know the league fails on so many other levels, but what I don't understand is football coaches like single-handedly wrecking their own team's chances to win. It's like, wait, you watch these guys like Curtis Johnson having this dude. I'm still dumbfounded that this guy's been on the roster the entire time, because we've watched him in years past. I remember when he was on the Vegas Vipers a couple years ago, and I was like, he's better than all their quarterbacks.
I forgot about the Vegas Vipers.
Great name. Remember they played in that AA baseball stadium?
Oh yeah, that was a very fun small stadium. All right. Any other week 4 takeaways before we get to the week 5 picks?
Oh, I think our futures, if you go back to our early, so Manny Wilkins, the starting quarterback for the Battlebirds, St. Louis Battlebirds. He's look
at that. See, this is how you know Colby's a UFL guy. He's even got the Battlebirds nickname.
Yeah. And he non-contact injury to start that game, and he's out for the year. So back to our original first episode, I think I can't recall. I know me and you, Kramer, took Arlington. Sean, did you jump on Arlington with us?
11-1, baby.
I don't think I did.
Sean
I just went Birmingham. Yeah, no, I got Birmingham and Arlington.
Was not on the Spring King.
I was not in on Michigan Panthers. No, I have not Birmingham and Arlington at 11-1.
Yeah, I like that. And I'll even say, as of yesterday, this could have changed overnight, but you can get DC at a little over 5-1 right now, which why not jump in on that and then have those 3 teams and then you're good. I mean, St. Louis is cooked with their starting quarterback out. You almost have the playoffs figured out in the East, or in the USFL conference. With Michigan and Birmingham, we're not even at halfway, but it's pretty much a done deal.
Don't sleep on the Roughnecks now.
All right, let's get to the week.
I have a trivia question for Colby, because we were talking about
how many Coors Light did LT have?
We were talking about Dresser Wynn, who, of course, as Colby mentioned, UT Martin in the Ohio Valley Conference. He was in 2022, his final year in school. He was the second team all conference quarterback. Who was the first team all conference quarterback that year? 2022 Ohio Valley Conference.
And this is even harder because that conference has been realigning like every year. So I'm trying to remember which teams were in that year, the great. Ohio Valley. So I'm assuming Austin P was in the conference then. Tennessee Tech.
It was the quarterback of Lindenwood.
Oof. Okay. I wouldn't have got that one right.
Cade Brister.
Ooh. Okay.
Now I got to look up to see if any relation to Bubby Brister.
All right. While you're doing that, shout out to Edge Boost. It is the first ever bank account built for bettors, ensuring all gambling transactions are approved. I just got my physical Edge Boost card in the mail. I love it. Cannot wait to fire on it because no usage fees, no minimums. You earn cash back rewards, 100% approval for all betting deposits. Sign up today at edgeboost.bet with the promo code SGPN. Deposit $25 and Edge Boost will match the deposit, and make sure to let them know SGPN sent you. That's edgeboost.bet, promo code SGPN. Kermit, why don't you talk about my bookie?
All right. Well, shout out to my bookie, and shout out to everyone who's been in the DMs hitting me up about the money bag. We picked up a nice derby money bag last night, and you want to. I would highly encourage. Sorry, I was trying to pull up a money bag, won't be able to do it, but get over there for the NBA action. As per usual, use the promo code SGPN. get that deposit bonus, that deposit match, or don't use the deposit match. Just give us the credit. Get in there. I'm sure we'll be doing some blackjack streams coming up.
Oh yeah. Too hot for TV.
I think maybe we close out the show with a money bag. We'll see how it goes. 100% deposit match up to $1,000. MyBookie.ag, promo code SGPN. Sean.
Yes.
Do we do a money bag or do we save it for the draft show tomorrow?
We can save it for the draft show. Maybe we do some
probably
live.
Do many money balls.
Oh yeah.
Or money bags.
Money bags. They are electric, super fun, and a fun way to just get some bonus action. All right, Kramer, let's do it. UFL Week 5. What do we like?
Sean, not one for education, but just to confirm, Cade Brister of Lindenwood, aka Walter Andrew Brister the Fourth, is the son of former NFL player.
That's awesome.
Bubby Brister.
That's awesome.
You see what we just did there?
Yeah,
that's amazing.
That's a full day. We just finished a full day. Birmingham Stallions, Friday Night Football. Sorry, Colby, you were going to say something.
No, I was just going to talk about how I think money bags were somewhat referred to like sugar tits in the 80s.
Oh, that's a good point.
I remember church back in the day. My buddy's dad, we had a priest there, the
fucking money bags.
The priest who was always up there asking for more cash and was always had some fundraiser, and he called them Monsignor money bags because that's all he cared about. So anytime I hear money bag, I think of that priest.
Yeah, I mean, what a better time, right? There's like there's fun bags, money bags, sugar tits. Yeah. Just, I mean,
fun dip.
I would say that there was probably a slightly more objectification, and it was more accepted. Birmingham Friday Night Football, again, keeping it consistent in the UFL. It's been harder to make fun of them, other than starting in the middle of March Madness. It's been a little harder to make fun of them. 5 p.m. start here on the West Coast. So it'll be competing with the second round of the NFL draft.
That's fine.
Not the first round.
The first round.
Memphis, they'll probably be running the draft stuff underneath the game anyway. The game's only going to get 80% of the screen. The Showboats are in town, taking on the Stallions, who are laying 10.5 points, minus 700 on the money line. Showboats plus 500. 37.5 is the total. Unders cooked me last week. Might have to be a take a break kind of week on the totals. It is spring, so I'm not totally out on totals. Been shredding the NBA totals. Shout out to me in the VSiN contest. Colby, massive number in the UFL, right?
Yeah, we have a lot to talk about here, and I guess I should have highlighted this on the last segment. But one of the best offensive linemen for Memphis got traded to Arlington for a guy that's never played.
Yeah,
it's a little shady. Another shady trade to pump up Arlington.
We have the wrong slide.
Oh my God, Colby.
Did I mess up the
Colby, do you know
Oh
all?
my God, it's all out of order. What's going on here?
Right?
No, it's not Defenders Renegades. We're talking Showboat Stallions.
I mean, this is we'll get through it. We'll
edit this out. I don't want our credibility destroyed with our spring football expert who doesn't even know the teams.
I know the teams. It's just the days of the games. They're moving all this stuff around. I don't like this wacky setup they got. No, I mean, we should highlight that though. Like one of their better offensive linemen was traded for a guy who's barely played in the league to Arlington. Arlington, our future on Arlington is looking better, is my point. And then they're starting Dresser win with Memphis. Offense coordinators there longer than 24 hours. And then Case Cookus is starting for the Birmingham Stallions. A bit of a legend. Yes. Matt Corral's dinged up. They're 10.5 point favorites against the Showboat team. So it's interesting. It's an interesting number because you're like, man, you feel like Memphis' offense has got to be better just with the offense coordinator being there more than 24 hours, right? They probably upgraded at quarterback, but at the same time, you can make a case. I mean, Cookus came in the game the other day
solid.
and he looked good. So
he's the Kirk Cousins of the UFL.
Yeah, I think you actually, I think you might want to lay the points with the Stallions. I know they've been a little bit disappointing. They're not the dominant spring football team that we thought. Didn't get the cover against the Roughnecks. I know you guys unfortunately laid the 7.5 with the Stallions, but Now they're at home, and legitimately they have no home field edge. But the fact that Case Kukis is starting, I love me some Case Kukis. Finally got out of the shadow of the Blob, aka the shout out to the Philadelphia Stars. Worst mascot of all time.
Can you pull up that ride?
The most insulting part is Philadelphia sports has two of some of the greatest mascots of all time in the Fanatic and Gritty. They're fun loving. They embody the city.
Whoa.
If you're putting a top 10 mascot list and you don't have the Fanatic on, you've lost all mascot credibility. The Blob just looked like some hobo who drifted through town that's trying to wash your windows for a couple bucks so you could pay some guy underneath the river to do deviant acts to him.
My God.
Hate that guy.
The Blob slander was ridiculous. Let me tell you, Blob is one of the greatest mascots. He's one of the greatest mascots that's ever, graced America. And
that was really harsh.
Yeah,
that was
rightly so.
Harsh.
Case Kukis is the man, though.
It felt personal. I mean, it almost was like there's history between Sean and Blob. Oh no!
How dare you dig up
that?
No. There it is.
Oh no! Is this what the vacation? It was classic vacation down to Cancun where things go bad the first night. You get in a fight, no sex. It's all uptight. You're sleeping on the couch, which everyone knows in Mexico they're just rock beds, so that's not comfortable at all.
Yeah.
No?
I mean, Blob taking some strays. I think Blob's doing. He's living his best life. Yeah, I think you got to lay it. I mean, you got to think Memphis is going to be better this week, but I think Case Kukis is a proven winner, so I'll lay it reluctantly.
I don't know if the Memphis Showboats offense necessarily gets better. Dresser win on the road. I mean, Memphis has played 2 road games combined. 21 points in those 2 road games. Stallions defense at home is usually pretty solid. Minus like a couple like odd turnovers. They should be covering more spreads than they have. So I think this is kind of a get right game. And they kicked Memphis's ass.
Last week was a very weird
they've had a weird season, like the 10-9 win over Arlington. But now we're finding out that Arlington's maybe a better team, but fumbling on the 2-yard line, going into the end zone, like stuff like that could be the difference between if they can play a somewhat clean game, which I think they can. And the Showboats
Memphis is trash. Good. Memphis is the worst team in the league now in my power rankings. Officially.
Okay.
Lay it.
Now the power rankings are just something we put in our Slack that no one else gets to see.
Well, the slide masters.
But now it's just CJ posting it to himself. It's gotten really sad.
the amount of hatred because of me. I'm getting messages from J Mark saying, "Why won't I do the slides of the UFL power rankings?" Well, I didn't know there was going to be a next week. I keep waiting to see if there's going to be a next week, and I'm like, it's getting a little dicey. I saw that turnout at the Houston Roughneck game, So yeah, maybe one of these weeks it might happen.
This is where Colby is doing the thing where he decides that he doesn't like the preseason ranking, so he wants to wait till deep enough in the season where he has a nice sample size. Doesn't want any bias. We're gonna tie in that money line -700 and with everything this weekend, Sean. Michigan Panthers, St. Louis Battlehawks. This is on Saturday, 4 p.m. Only one game on Saturday. So again, one on Friday in Birmingham, they are in probation right now as being a home edge too. So they're going to have to show up, nothing else going on, but Michigan, St. Louis back to a real home crowd. I did receive a disturbing DM that stated, it seems as though, and this is more about Michigan, that when they open the dome, whatever they call that abomination, Colby, they have so many concession stands open that there's just employees standing around doing nothing. It's a pyramid scheme. It's a pyramid scheme. The next time Michigan's at home, if someone can take a picture of concession stand workers just doing nothing, we're going to have to start looking into this. St. Louis once again. Oh, no, not once again. They are a home dog. A little surprising, I think. Michigan laying 1.5 -120 on the money line. I did say they have the second best roster in the UFL. Battlehawks +100 at home, 37.5 the total here as well. Colby, St. Louis shouldn't be a home dog, right?
No, I look, I'm weary. I don't think they're any good. I mean, I think they lack physicality now that Wilkins is out. I mean, I am a Max Duggan guy, but I don't have any faith that Tony Baloney's going to know how to use this guy. You know what I mean? Like, you got to use him as an athlete. If you're going to try to sit back there and make him Steve Bono, then it just ain't going to work out. So I think Michigan. I am a little scared that Mike Nolan will take the MVP of the league and sit him on the bench randomly.
You got to keep him healthy, load management.
But I got to take Michigan here. I know St. Louis will have the crowd, but I don't know if they're any good. And I think Michigan's defense is super legit. They're going to be able to stop the run game. Duggan, he's got to look better in the air if they're going to have any chance of winning. They did sign Brandon Silvers. Long John Silvers is back in spring football. So, I mean, maybe he gets into the game, but I got to take Michigan with all the uncertainty. Just because I think their roster is really fucking good.
It's like the real world, Sean. The players of the spring football leagues, they come in and out of the house.
This
They're
one
getting fucked up, just having.
He's
sex
here for the wrong reason.
They're all just fucking each other. What was that Spanish show where the guy just kept having to watch the surveillance of his wife or his girlfriend getting fucked by another dude? That's the UFL guys. Like, no, Luis Perez, no, don't switch teams again.
This one's hard because I kept telling myself I'm always going to take the Battlehawks at home, but then
everyone's betting on the Panthers. That's why the numbers moved.
But then St. Louis didn't look particularly good against DC at home. What do you
think of Long John Silver, Sean?
Yeah. Oh man, they used to just. I remember having that a few times coming back from Penn State.
Do they still exist?
I think there's still a couple floating around. It's weird.
Interesting.
It's weird they can get rid of Four Loko, but not Long John Silver's. Long John Silver's got to do more health damage than whatever they put in Four Loko.
Do you know what? They're owned by the same company as KFC, and they are still in operation. All right, they are in decline though. So that's exciing. Yeah, I guess I'll ride with Michigan.
I just got back from Myrtle Beach, and there's a nice Long John Silver just propped up right there.
That's about right.
So, but like hitting the beach and then hitting Long John Silver.
Just bring some of those shrimp fritters out. No need to pack a lunch, honey. We're gonna hit the Silvers on the way to Myrtle Beach. Mini golf, and then you shit your pants after eating.
Well, that's what the ocean's for.
I mean, I got to look up their menu because there's a lot of like mystery fish that they just fry in there.
That's why you got to shuffle your feet in Myrtle Beach. Otherwise, the skate will sting you. They're there just to collect all the human feces.
Variety platter. Oh, the hush puppies. I forgot about those things.
Oh, hush puppies.
Oh, God.
Nothing like
one of my favorite statements is it's real seafood sourced from real sea-like places. What?
See adjacent.
Is that really their slogan?
They have fried lobster. My God. Where do you think those lobsters? What happened to those poor lobsters? As far as Panthers Battlehawks, do I get contrarian and take the Battlehawks here? Colby, you're telling me they're gonna fuck around and put Etling out again?
I mean, he I can't believe he didn't say he's our starter moving forward. It's like the guy just anytime you throw for like a percentage of like above 70% and 0 turnovers and multiple interceptions, that's very rare in these leagues. Bryce Perkins should be in the NFL, by the way. Like he's the only guy that I've watched this year that I go, yeah, he could. He's good enough to be a second or third string quarterback on an NFL team.
I'll take the Panthers just with the hope that they get the head out of their ass and play Bryce Perkins. Shout out to Woodson saying there's a Long John Silver's in Miami.
Sean, there's one in Gardena.
Oh, okay, field trip.
Go hit up Hawaiian Gardens and get some Long John Silvers.
Love it, okay. Delish.
They got Alaska salmon there. Not Alaskan. Yeah. They call it Alaska salmon.
and I don't want to get sued. It is actually to comment on what Colby said. It is seafood from real sea places like the ocean. Why not just say real seafood? The extra caveat is kind of odd. I mean, what else would it be? All right, Sunday morning again. I can't really get mad at the UFL.
You know, and I just looked it up. It's from Alaska, but actually Alaska, Indiana. There's a town called Alaska in Indiana.
No, it's not.
Yeah. Well, there is a town, Alaska, Indiana. So I assume that's what they're referencing.
Why wouldn't you say Alaskan? Like, I mean, you go to get
loophole.
You go to get salmon or something at Costco or wherever. And it's try the Alaskan salmon. Why are they saying Alaska salmon? Something's up.
I don't know. This is
more questions than answers.
Colby, we might have to finally start that pod. We might have to do a trip to Long Jong Silver's. Again, the UFL not making scheduling mistakes here. They're getting us ready for real football, Sean, as we have a Sunday game at 10 a.m. here on the West Coast. I believe at 10 a.m. Is this 10 a.m. or 9 a.m.? I might have written it down wrong. DC, Arlington, and the Spring King, the class of the UFL. They play defense this year, Colby. The future feels really nice in our pocket. Arlington's laying 4 here, -195 on the money line, +165 for the defenders. 39.5 is the total. I mean, at this point, you know, the defender, I don't know what to think about this defenders team. And I'd imagine this is a team that will just continue. Like they're not going to get better with the coaching turmoil.
Coaches leaving to Tennessee State.
Yeah, I don't know. I assume we're just going to lay the points here.
I'm actually going to take it because Arlington's offense seems a bit shaky to me. Like I do think Arlington's defense is super legit. Bob Stoops, obviously, he's one of the coaches I feel like you could trust in this league because he can make adjustments they were a bad defense a year ago, and you could tell that he went out and actually changed some things. I just think it's a lot of points for a team that has been offensively challenged the past few weeks. So I'll take a shot on the defenders here. I mean, this is a pretty critical game for what the one seed there.
Arlington scored 30 points last week. Did they not?
28.
And guess how they scored those? Go watch the tape, buddy. They had they only had like 200 yards of offense. So
they got the points in the end zone though.
Not on offense.
Oh, sorry. Arlington did have 30.
Okay.
DC had 20.
I understand the defense helped.
Yeah, I think this Arlington team's pretty solid at home, but I think this is coming off that win. I think DC. I'm with Colby. I think DC can make a game of this. I think this is a 3-point game, and DC's offense. They've had 55 points in the past 2 weeks. Yeah, maybe Arlington can slow them down a little, but this spread is 39.5, and the market's very sharp. So I like DC getting the points here.
Yeah, and hammer the under too. I don't think that I don't think like this is going to be a little bit of a rock fight. I think the under is a really good play here. And then if the UFL would merge with Long Jong Silver's and only do franchises where there's Long Jong Silver's, I think it might be a compelling thing, guys. Do you know where the first ever Long Jong Silver's was? If you nail this, I'm gonna have to send you like I don't know $50 or something.
Like the city it opened in.
The city it opened in.
Juneau, Alaska.
I mean, it's the way he asked that. It's obviously not a coastal town. So
Denver, Colorado.
I don't know, somewhere in Tennessee.
Oh, Kramer's close. Lexington, Kentucky.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Known for their rich seafood.
Well, I mean, that's different seafood. Again, it's a sea-like place.
Sea-like place.
All right. And I made a mistake. The first game was at 9 a.m. They're not getting us ready for real football. Noon for the second game. We're heading to San Antonio. Brahmas, Roughnecks. Brahmas laying 3.5. This is where we do one of those pump the brakes, not so fast. -175 on the money line. Notice how the slide master had to go backwards and forward. He was doing some dance moves out there, moonwalking. +150 on the money line for the Roughnecks. 38.5 is the total. Are they playing? Who's playing quarterback for the Roughnecks this week, Colby?
They're going with our boy. Allegedly, McClendon, and now there's tape on him. Now the rest of the league knows he's in the league. So
he's so like honestly, he looked different than the other quarterbacks. Like the arm had pop. And you know this. I'm gonna hot take. He obviously has got other deficiencies. That's why he's been playing in the spring football leagues barely. More pop on his arm than Shedeur Sanders.
Wow. Don't slander your future quarterback like that.
I said it. I can't undo facts.
He is one of the better quarterbacks in these leagues. It's been a mystery why he doesn't play. He must be. What was that one guy who complained because he asked if they had any pizza? And it was like chicken salad. You remember what the fuck
he wanted chicken salad because all they were feeding him was fried chicken and pizza.
Yeah,
he wanted something healthy.
You complain about the menu. You'll be working at Long Jong Silver's, buddy. Are we? I'm kind of concerned about a Brahmas letdown game. They were 7-point dogs. They won outright. Now they come back home feeling fat and happy. They got guys at the, TGI Fridays picking up their shifts because they know these stars in the league. And aren't we worried a little letdown spot for the Brahmas?
Not me, because I buy into football lineage. I was all over Peyton Party on guys with that money line play plus 260, and the party's not going to stop here. It's going to Riverwalk, San Antone, where Pops is also grandfather's also a legend there in the great state of Texas. Played for the Junction Boys there with Bear Bryant at Texas A&M, and I think they found something, man. I think they like this coach. I think hey, guess what? By default, the league's getting better. They found a young coach that actually seems to make adjustments, and the players like him, and there's connection. I don't have faith in Curtis Johnson, even though we know that quarterback is a baller. I have zero faith that he might switch up, put in Henderson after a drive. I got no faith with the Roughnecks. Give me the Brahmas. I'm going to lay it. Give me the over too in this game.
I don't know, Kramer. You're laying it as well.
No,
you're taking the Roughnecks.
I watched the best quarterback in the league. The arm talent wise.
Yeah.
This is a Jamarcus Russell situation.
Oh, okay.
He got down on one knee, threw the ball 80 yards. I'm in. I'm in. I got my Roughnecks sweatshirt. I'll wear it this weekend.
So you're taking the Roughnecks.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry if I'm a little distracted. I'm asking AI to do a little deep dive on Redbird Capital, one of the ownership groups involved in the UFL.
This is tough. San Antonio laying the 3.5. We're not worried about Houston's defense, Colby. I guess they did let
I mean, I just think, to me, San Antonio has found something. This was a team that was pretty good a year ago. Anthony McFarland had 18 touches last game. I feel like he hasn't had that many touches all last season. So yeah, I'm all over this. And you go back, the party name has done well in San Antonio. They beat the Gunslingers back in 84, 35-7 when he was the head coach of the Houston Gamblers. He came into San Antonio. So they've been winning in San Antonio for a long time. And they completed the sweep later that year as they won 29-26 on June 18th, 1984, Sean. But yeah, I'm all over this. Honestly, I honestly think like Wade Phillips, I think that the whole team was not connecting to Wade Phillips, and Peyton Party has really been a blessing in disguise, because I think everyone seems to be behind it. The defense played way better. Like, they had been a terrible defense all year, especially on the defensive line. They looked great last week, so I'm buying in.
All right, you talked me into Colby. Give me the San Antonio Brahmas laying 3.5. All right, we'll get to some locks and some dogs. Before we do that, of course, shout out to Underdog Fantasy, promo code SGPN. Get in over there. Love me some Underdog Fantasy. The boost, the deal reveal on Tuesdays. Favorite part of my week. Use that promo code SGPN. Get a deposit match up to $1,000 in bonus credits. Let's see, Colby, do they have the UFL? They don't have the UFL lines up, but Colby, what are you looking to do in the UFL? Any ideas?
Yeah, I'm waiting for them, and these will probably come up in the next like 5-6 hours, I would imagine. Maybe by the time you're listening to this, but Case Cookus. Now, maybe that's why the numbers aren't up. By the way, I feel like last week at this time they were up, but you have 2 new quarterbacks starting tomorrow night's game. They're gonna figure that out, I think, at some point. But I'm gonna take Cookus on the higher, especially knowing he's going the whole game. Knowing he's going the whole game is key, and half of these plays, you saw it with Bryce Perkins last week. So I'm going to look to jump on that, and I'll mention, and they're not out there yet, but Anthony McFarland would be one that I think they're going to continue to ride. Anthony McFarland, he's the best running back in the league for my money, and I think old Peyton Party knows it. So let's go.
Will we? Sorry, finish.
Underdog Fantasy, promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. The rhythm is gonna betcha, as the great CJ Sullivan once coined the phrase. And of course, it's a great time to hop in over on Rhythm with their nice NBA slate. They got a ton of action. It's been a good tool. Kramer, I know you're a super sharp. Love getting down on some totals, and using this NBA. The models are very fun, very easy to set up. Let's see. I got a bunch of, and if you don't feel like doing your own, you can just use their models, which is really fun. And obviously they have some great props that you can just fire on whenever. Tyrese Halliburton, Pacers at Bucks. They like the under 10.5 assists for Tyrese Halliburton. I actually love this play, not only because the data over on Rhythm suggested, but if you're following Tyrese Halliburton, game 2 was the game right after he got named the most overrated player in the NBA, came out, played really hard. Now game 3, you go on the road.
It's pretty funny. Let
down opportunity. I like the under 10.5 assists, and Rhythm projects this only to be 8.4. Use the promo code SGPN25, get 25% off your Rhythm subscription of the monthly, or SGPN 50 to get 50% off the annual subscription. Or if you're cheap and you want a 7-day free trial, you're going to like it. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM.
The chat was asking to see that picture again.
They would do that.
Yeah. Maybe one more time, just in case.
Yeah.
Sean, Colby, does Sean not look just ecstatic to be on that horse? Horse looks stoked too.
He was the horse is albino. You can tell this is just he was not thrilled to be out catching all that sun. I mean, look at this horse's skin compared to mine. We're both equally pale. When you get that close to the equator, it's not good for you.
Where was this? Mexico or Costa Rica?
This was Costa Rica.
Okay. Well, they have Long John Silver's there, so maybe that's what happened to the horse. Like, I was just doing some more homework on Long John Silver's, guys. The number one market, and it's been this way for like 20 years.
Well, like the restaurant that moves the most.
Yeah. Singapore's crazy. Long John Silver's most dominant market there. Now, I will say I was surprised to find out that they opened a couple in Kuwait in the early 2000s, and it didn't work out.
How'd that go?
Didn't work out. Like a good spring football league. It just didn't work out. Yeah, I just sent you guys some intel on. I mean, they went to a lot of countries too. They were in Laos. I'm sorry. They have one in Laos opening up soon. So
I do appreciate Colby sending us a link to Wikipedia. That's pretty good.
Have you seen this Wikipedia? Tons of data.
It's got a good. It's good information.
Well, I was on the website. It sent me there. It was just.
I'm just remembering Colby on flights. He doesn't look at his phone. This was before raw dogging flights became a thing. Colby just opens up the flight map, the in-flight magazine, looks through it a couple times, just tracking the maps, then talks to Ryan about maps for 2 hours straight.
Honestly, I shit you not. I was staring at their locations map for 5 minutes while you're doing that read, and then you hot potato me some Underdog fantasy stuff, and I'm sitting there. I was sitting over there looking at why. I was thinking, why are they not in Australia? Because they got real seafood, right?
I like CJ comparing us to the NBA TNT show, which damages the league by clowning all the time. He's saying I'm a mix between Barkley and Ernie. Kramer, a mix between Barkley and Kenny. Colby, Shaq and Chuck. We haven't even talked about how Shaq almost shit himself on air.
Wait, who's Candace Parker?
Yeah, that's also Colby. He loves growing the game.
The best. I mean, they imagine we brought a porta potty into our studio. That's commitment to the bit.
Yeah,
because someone in the crew took a shit in there. Like some.
I mean, that must have been a funny conversation of, hey, wait. No. Someone probably did. Those grips, they're always eating all the snacks. They call them human props, the PAs. But yeah, they trotted out a porta potty for the NBA T-on-T set to bust Shaq's chops.
He did state it was not. He didn't shit himself. He pissed himself.
Oh, he did?
Per Shaq.
Okay.
Well, that no one believes him. I mean, Kenny said, bring some matches.
That walk was not a walk of someone who has to pee really bad.
Well, he's also, I watched some clips today. He's doing some sort of olive oil diet.
Oh, that'll jump out of you.
Come on.
Yeah, come on.
What are you doing, Chuck?
Olive oil is great, but you gotta moderation.
Shaq will anyway, a shout out to Shaq for not. I mean, that's pretty ball. He came back. He didn't just go home for the day. Most people, if they shit themselves, they're going home for the day. They're not going back to work.
No, he's a genius.
Yeah.
Great employees. Everyone at SGPN, if you shit yourself, I still want that content getting out. No excuses. No excuses. You got family commitments. You're out visiting theme parks. Shit your pants. You keep going. Yes, Colby.
No. I was going to take it a completely different direction, but now I'm seeing if I can quickly pull up something that you should try to find on this show. Since we're talking about the topic, the George Brett shit video, which I think I have in like an NFL draft video somewhere over here right now. But if not, Kramer,
I don't know. Can we? I feel like we get Kramer.
No,
we get flagged.
We can't play that one.
Google George Brett shit video. It's a great watch.
We'll link to it in the post.
Our previous draft shows keep getting pulled down from YouTube.
Yeah, we can't do highlights or anything fun. No fun videos.
No fun league, but make sure you tune in to the draft show. It's going to be a fun sweat for a bunch of draft props. Get to see Kramer celebrate the Shedeur Sanders era in New York, kicking things off.
Yeah,
it's going to be awesome.
Yeah,
Kramer, what if
oh, we're doing what ifs now?
Yeah, what if the Browns take Jackson Dart at 2?
That would be electric. Should we buy a piece of it just in case?
Could be fun. I don't see it happening, but
after Joe Shane's kid posted the Jackson Dart thing, I did bet on Jackson Dart to go number 3 just in case.
That's only 35-1.
No, not when I bet it.
Well, where did you bet it? Or what time did you bet it?
MyBookie.ag.
Promo code SGPN. What'd you get it at?
80-1.
All right. I might have to fire on that market as well. Colby, you got any fun draft bets?
I think I did take Shedeur to go top 5. I think it was top 4 or top 5. So we'll see how that goes with that right there. But no, I'm kind of fascinated by seeing. I did see the Travis Hunter. Who's he gonna hug?
Yes.
That one.
We were breaking down that market.
Very exciting. Because there's no odds for Prime though. Why is there no odds for Prime as his first hug?
So
you're right.
Well, I don't think Prime is at the draft, and Travis Hunter is going to the draft. Now, I gave out the fiance, who is a real wild card in the situation. She was 8-1, and I said, you play the fiance, you play the mom. Mom was even money. Fiance's 8-1, but now his dad.
You got to play dad. Dad hasn't been there. He's been incarcerated, right?
Yeah, they gave him a special pass, which I didn't realize.
I'm getting a piece of dad right
now.
That
all over dad right now.
That actually sounds bad.
I can't have the all 3 options. So I'm worried I don't have
minus 200 right now, Sean.
Well, so
Your
then
CLV
at the very least,
ridiculous.
I got amazing CLV.
Now, CJ and I threw out Cam Ward to hug his mom first at even money. That's moved to minus 210. And they still have brother sister listed, even though he only has sisters. So they're dropping the ball. All right. And while we've been talking, I did ask. I've had AI doing a forensic deep dive into the UFL financial situation, including the partnership with the U.S. Army. I started by asking, is the UFL a Ponzi scheme? To which it explained to me what a Ponzi scheme was and said, probably not. It's just a high risk loss based.
High risk, low reward.
Well, no. So then I gave it more information and said, go look into all this stuff. The UFL's $11 million partnership with the U.S. Army in 2024 was aimed to boost recruitment through branding, community events, and Dwayne Johnson's social media influence, but failed to deliver. I could see now why you thought this was a Ponzi scheme, as this yielded actually. It cites that hilarious Army projection of how they lost 38 enlistments with their $11 million in the UFL. We're gonna have the UFL shows might have to continue after the season's over, and they're just us deep diving the UFL.
I just love that. So why are you leaving the Army? Did you catch that Panthers game? That they don't play Bryce Perkins. They keep going in the fucking Danny Etling guy.
No, we'll fix it. The punting, I can see Colby signing up to serve the country, and then when he sees the UFL punting rule, I'm out. I was lied to. Uncle Sam lied to me. Give me back my dishonorable discharge for questioning the UFL rules.
I want one of those 38 people to step forward and come on the show.
Yeah, there's statistically.
I want to know why you left.
Statistically, they have to be a listener. There's no way you're in the Army and signed up because of UFL and you don't listen to the show. We love the troops, and it's awesome that you're serving this country. But also talk to us about the UFL. 38
people checked the UFL in their exit interview as to why they are leaving the Army.
My theory is they didn't know the UFL was a football league. They thought it was some type of like disorder or some shit. You know what I mean? Like, nah, I'm out of here. That UFL shit.
Drink some cranberry juice. That'll clear up. It's horrible football. Why are they doing this to football? It reminds me of what my dad. And I was hanging out with my brother and we were discussing a party the previous evening. And I said to my brother, oh, hey, yeah, it was a real sausage fest last night. And my dad overheard. He's like, what, you guys went to a sausage fest? Well, what's going on there? He was very excited and was disappointed we didn't invite him to the sausage fest. And then I had to inform him that they call sausage when it's all dudes. And he's like, why would they do that to sausage? Why would you compare sausage to guys' dogs? He was very confused.
This is what 100% the same case. It's like fucking gangrene or something. They're calling it UFL, right? And then they're just saying, yeah, UFL. That's what got me out, man. And they have no idea that there's actually a league that 6 people go to every week.
What would you rather do, Fallujah or Arlington for the Renegades game? Fallujah, it's clearing up over there. More opportunities, better beer prices. All right, Kramer, 3 locks and a dog. Let's go.
All right, lock number 1. You know what? For my dog, let's just start out and make that the Roughnecks.
Okay.
Lock number 1, the Michigan Panthers. Lock number 2, give me Birmingham. And then lock number 3, I'm tempted to play a total here.
You played 0 totals. You were 0-4 on totals last week.
I'm supposed to take a break. You just give me Arlington. I'm taking a break.
Okay. He's walking away from the table.
I think you can find a 3 on Arlington too as well.
My dog, give me the Defenders money line for my locks. Give me Birmingham laying 10.5, Michigan laying 1.5, and the San Antonio Brahmas laying the 3.5. Colby, 3 locks on the dog.
The dog is those DC Defenders. And the locks. Let's go. The Birmingham Stallions, the Michigan Panthers, and the San Antonio Brahmas. And may I throw out there a sugar tits parlay, aka money bags.
Let's go.
I think we take the Defenders money line, Sean. I think we parlay that with these Stallions against this nonsense Showboat team. And I don't mind throwing in there those San Antonio Brahmas against Curtis Johnson, and those Roughnecks that he'll find a way to fuck up that game.
So DC money line, Panthers laying 10.5, and San Antonio laying 3.5.
Yeah. We stay away just in case the Battlebirds crowd is too much for Michigan and they throw in Etling randomly. We stay away from that game.
Okay. I'm in. Let's go. It's a nice payout with that money line in there. You got to shop around. Some places are prudes and they don't let you parlay UFL.
Yeah, they're scared.
They are. They
just
are.
be our account, Sean.
Yeah, I've a number of sharp tags on my account. Hey, also mock draft season. Kramer and I have released our mock draft. Still time to get in over there, and still time to check out all the draft props we gave out leading up to draft season. The position by position price one with CJ, very fun. Walking through all the teams. We did a recent update one on some last minute stuff. I'm sure we'll be breaking down all our bets as we sweat out the NFL draft. This Thursday night, aka tonight, when most of you are hearing this, 8:00 East, youtube.com/Sports Gambling Podcast.
All right. I was gonna say, I moved on.
Okay. It felt like you were going to say something.
I was going to say something and I moved on.
Okay.
We moved
Kramer,
on.
do we want to close it out with the money bag?
I do have a money bag staged up here.
All right, let's go. People love the money bag. Get your own money bag at mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN.
Unrelated, but I was getting a good kick out of the. I was checking out the VSiN best bets, and you see, groups of draft props from the various hosts, and then you see the list from you and I.
Yeah,
and it's
very long, very inclusive.
We were just talking about a sausage fest. You want to talk about a sausage fest? We were
NFL draft props.
I'm having a hard time loading the money bag right now. Let's just kill some time for a second. Might have to relog in. What are we going with this time? Are we do another Derby horse?
It feels like derbies are the most fun futures. The exact score, MLB, NBA, not
that
quite
doesn't
as fun.
seem as fun.
Colby, when do the
hit me up? Actually, sorry, one more thing. Hit me up if you've been playing the 50-50 on my bookie too. I'm addicted to buying the 50-50.
No, they do it.
I haven't won yet.
They do a 50-50 where instead of giving 50% to charity, they give it to a different degen. So
just two people win the pot. It's a genius way to do a 50-50.
It is a very funny. Just hey, you like gambling? Well, one day you might log into your account and there'll be a lot of money.
Yeah. And then when you don't have the money, it's just not there. I got all the sides are, and you see the names of someone else, and it's like, well, that's ridiculous. All right.
Okay, let's fire up the money bag.
Yes, Colby.
Oh no, I was just reading a review in Greensburg, Indiana. Suspected food poisoning at the Long John Silver there. Right, a classic case of diarrhea, stomach pain, cramps, headache, dizziness. Right, and the suspected source: fried shrimp not correctly cooked long enough.
Come on.
All right, here we go.
It'll be weird when Long John Silver's becomes a sponsor.
Do we do small, medium, or large?
Medium, right?
Medium.
Got to save some for the offseason. Got a bunch of NFL team previews, college football team previews.
I'm gonna have again. If my bookies, if we could just have a tab in my open bets that are money bag bets, so I don't have to scroll through them. All right, let's see. What do we want here? We want a 30-1 or less. Luxor Cafe, I think, is one. That's a Baffert horse.
Ooh.
I think Rodriguez Cole Battle.
Battle.
Is that one, Sean? I think I got another bad one. We're not on a good roll right now.
Also,
I can't wait for college football futures to open.
Good reminder. Kentucky Derby week next week. We're going to be talking to
Cole Battle 25-1. So we got a little CLV.
Like it. And yeah, we will be going hard with the Kentucky Derby. Got a Kentucky Derby episode. And of course, all things horses. Check out the Notorious OTB podcast. Very fun. Chase, aka the Wolf of Oaklawn, with the new co-host Barry Sniper Spears there. So very fun. Check those guys out. They do a daily, shorter episode, getting you ready for a ton of horse picks. A good time to get into the ponies.
Per friend of the program, Scott Bowser, who will be joining for the watch party from the Steelers War Room. He says the new format on Notorious OTB is awesome. Also, they've been crushing the bets. If you haven't been following, they've been on a little.
You got a couple minutes and you want some horse action, make sure you check it out. And of course, subscribe to the UFL Gambling Podcast with Colby Dant, J Mark, and CJ Sullivan, and the college football experience team previews right around the corner. Get you ready for off season. And of course, as always,
thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
For Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, second the money green. He's Ryan.
It's killing Colby. He was trying to get an extra plug in there.
Colby,
don't order the Cobb salad. Apparently, writing about the Cobb salad at Long John Silver. It'll get you. I just sent you it. I sent you the check your text.
Don't send us photos of horrible Long John Silver food poisoning. I'm not going to Long John Silver.
We have so many links in our just before
group chats lighten up.
I mean, we have so many links in there. Colby sent us the whole internet.
This is great. The review just says, my friend and I both had the Cobb salad on the afternoon of Saturday, March 22nd, and both of us had diarrhea afterwards. All right. Well, the internet's a great place. Okay, Colby, this is 3 paragraphs. All right, we got to go. Kramer, let it ride.